Bonjour et bienvenue sur Speak French avec moi. Je suis Séverine, votre professeure de français. Hi and welcome to Speak French avec moi. I'm Séverine and I am your French teacher. Je suis désolée pour la voix cassée. Ça fait 15 jours que je suis malade. I apologize for the raspy voice. I have been sick for the past couple of weeks. And that's today's episode. How to express for how long. Aujourd'hui, nous allons apprendre et à utiliser ça fait pour exprimer une durée. Today, in this new episode, you're going to learn to express for how long. A lot of my students struggle when they need to express for how long. Why so? Well, unlike English, in French, you have to use a present tense to talk about an ongoing action. So when you rack your brain trying to translate, it has been, she has been, I have been, well, this tense doesn't exist in French. So for that, in French, we use a present tense. Donc, contrairement à l'anglais, une action qui a commencé dans le passé et qui continue au présent utilise le présent en français. Et bien sûr, vous pouvez aller sur mon site www.speakfrenchavecmoi.com pour avoir le transcript. C'est gratuit, vous n'avez pas à signer. And as usual, you're welcome to check the website www.speakfrenchavecmoi.com to get the free transcript. Again, I do apologize for the lack of voice and the lack of breath, but I do want to make this episode to help you out because, as I said, too many of my students struggle, and it's a simple hack that you can use to improve your French very quickly. Pour répondre à la question combien de temps? First, just to answer the question for how long. Maybe you run into someone and they ask you in French for how long you've been here. Or maybe they ask you for how long you stay here. Or maybe they want to ask you for how long you've been married, for how long she's been traveling. Anyway, to simply answer, you use ça fait plus time expression. Par exemple, ça fait 5 ans, it's been 5 years. Ça fait 5 ans, it's been 5 years. Ça fait 1 heure, it's been an hour. Ça fait 1 heure, it's been an hour. Ça fait 20 minutes, it's been 20 minutes. Ça fait 3 ans, it's been 3 years. Of course, you use your time expression. Ça fait plus time expression. Ça fait 5 ans. Ça fait 1 heure. Ça fait 20 minutes. Ça fait 3 ans. It's so simple that for most of my students, to turn their brain around is very hard. C'est si simple que pour beaucoup d'étudiants anglophones, c'est très compliqué. Of course, if you're a Spanish speaking student, it's the same than assez. Si vous êtes hispanophone, donc c'est pareil que assez. Maintenant, on va voir comment être plus spécifique. Now we're going to learn how to be more specific when talking about yourself or other people. But before, we're going to take a little break. I do need to have a cough drop and some water, and I'll be right back after this short break. Are you ready to speak French? Me revoilà. Here I come back. Donc, nous avons utilisé ça fait plus une durée. We know how to use ça fait plus time expression. But to go beyond, if you want to talk about yourself or someone else, the structure is a little bit more different. To be more specific, use ça fait at the beginning of a sentence plus the time expression plus que plus the sentence about yourself or the person you want to talk about. Pour être plus spécifique, utilisez la structure ça fait plus la durée plus que plus le sujet ou la personne. Par exemple, ça fait 3 semaines que j'habite à Paris. Ça fait 3 semaines que j'habite à Paris. I've been living in Paris for 3 weeks. Ça fait 1 heure qu'il est au téléphone. Ça fait 1 heure qu'il est au téléphone. He's been on the phone for an hour. Ça va? Je sais que c'est un peu difficile. I know it's a bit more challenging, but we cannot just be learning how to say escargot or papillon. And you have to be more ambitious. And I know as a great student that you can work this out. And of course, you want to practice during different episodes. Also, the good news is in December, I will have only practice where we will review all the grammar, all the expressions we learned this year. Donc, maintenant, un petit peu de pratique. Now, we're going to practice together. I'm going to say 2 sentences in French, and you will try to translate in English. Ça fait 20 minutes que j'attends. Ça fait 20 minutes que j'attends. Yes, I've been waiting for 20 minutes. It's a very convenient sentence to know, especially if you've been waiting online or on the phone or at the restaurant or at the cafe. No need to be hostile, but sometimes it's good to remind, although keep in mind that French have a more leisurely time than, I guess, other speaking countries. Ça fait 1 an qu'il apprend le français. Ça fait 1 an qu'il apprend le français. He's been learning French for a year. Great. I know this was a little complicated, and again, go on the website and you can see the transcription. Ça fait 1 an qu'il apprend le français. He's been learning French for a year. Now I'm going to say 3 sentences in English and you're going to try to translate them in French. She has been traveling for 3 years. She's been traveling for 3 years. Yes, ça fait 3 ans qu'elle voyage. Ça fait 3 ans qu'elle voyage. She's been traveling for 3 years. Lucky her. You've been working for 12 hours. You've been working for 12 hours. Ça fait 12 heures que tu travailles. Ça fait 12 heures que tu travailles. We've been here for 2 days. We've been here for 2 days. Ça fait 2 jours que nous sommes ici. Ça fait 2 jours que nous sommes ici. You've noticed that I say ici. Why? Because nous sommes ends with the vowel, the consonant S, and ici here starts with the vowel I. Ici. Ça fait 2 jours que nous sommes ici. So if someone asks you for how long you've been here, you can answer ça fait, past time expression, and then que, and then nous sommes ici. Voilà, c'est la fin de cet épisode. J'espère qu'il vous a plu. Here you go, this is the end of this episode and I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I apologize for the raspy voice. I'm sure I'll be much better next week. Make sure to practice on your own and maybe to watch some YouTube videos. I'm sure this topic has been addressed. Si vous avez aimé cet épisode, laissez un commentaire et 5 étoiles directement sur l'application. If you like this episode, feel free to leave a comment and 5 stars so other listeners can find out about the podcast. And if nobody has told you today, I know you're just fabulous. Merci, au revoir, à bientôt.